Here.
Yeah.
We're gonna stand in silence and then we'll do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's good.
Has everybody had a chance to look over the previous meeting minutes? And are there any corrections or additions?
I didn't see her.
Denise makes a motion to approve those minutes. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Todd.
Alexis, not here?
I was
Yeah.
not,
You were not.
I was not.
Okay.
Yeah. All in favor, say aye. Aye, 4-0. Review and acknowledge treasurer's bank reconciliation and monthly comparison report. Has everyone had an opportunity to look over that? Is there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, may I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Jeff Fischerow, may I get a second?
Second.
Todd Haig seconded. What are you thinking, Denise?
I was just told to, no, I'm fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0. We don't have any department heads in here except for the lovely Mrs. Jordan. Do you have anything for us?
Well, I have, if you're talking about salary, I would like to talk about that, is that a time that we discuss it, or next week discussing?
We will discuss that here when we get through the meeting. Yeah.
Oh, we are having any, then we'll go push that, yeah.
Yes.
That's coming, so we have an emergency plan in place, I have the option to work from home, so there's not a place for me to go. However, because I have an intern, we will be looking for some places to go, so. I have some coffee shops in mind, libraries are open until 10, our time ends at 10. So we're going to get creative, maybe there's some place that have the city buildings and leaders, or we're kind of interacting, maybe they can sit in the corner and just. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about transfers. Highway Department bituminous, $25,600.65 to contractual services, $25,600.65. Ambulance from repair and maintenance, $1,425 to holiday pay for $1,425. He is currently in the negative in that account. Do we have any questions on those two transfers? Contractual services,
Yeah.
do you know what that's for?
Is it in the budget for next year and that's.
Let me see it.
Is that the new?
Covering his morning, and then they'll get you.
Oh, that's right, okay.
His,
It's to cover a grant that
Yeah.
he's going to receive.
and then
if
he'll
we get-
receive it,
Yeah, he'll receive it, then we'll get rid.
So movies.
and then, yeah,
Okay.
just to cover,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
It's gonna go in and come back out.
I'll make a motion to approve the transfers and.
Denise Crowder makes the motion. May I get a second to approve?
Second.
Seconded by Todd Haig. All in favor, say aye. Aye. 5-0. Do you have any public comment from the four ladies in the back? No comments. Anyone else from the council have any comments or questions, anything they would like to bring to anybody's attention? Okay, let's talk about the Greenway project real quick. While we've discussed it. April 21st of this year, I went back and watched the video. It was a joint meeting we approved the 225,000. It looks like it's coming in under that 225 at 175. Because they're asking for two payments, one for 25 and one for 26.
They agreed to pay half per year, right?
Right, right. So 87.5 this year, 87.5 next year, so it came under.
Hmm.
And he indicated that he thought it might be less than what was actually needed. So we need to discuss about where we're gonna pull the 87.5 from.
It needs to mention that.
Seated, right? But I think Dudley had expressed that seated is running a little low. Well, it says it has
Million.
$1 million in there.
Maybe they think coming up for seated besides that 266. I'm sorry, 203.
And would you be in favor of paying both of them? The balance that.
Well, instead of half now, half next year. See why it's-
Well, it might help our budget. for next
Oh,
year.
yes.
We'll still get, That's what I'm.
That's the issue.
Because Dudley said in that meeting,
This year.
Wait. Yeah. Yep.
correct me, Mike, if I am wrong, but didn't Dudley mention something about taking it out of seated at that meeting?
These mentioned it back
I
in the
have
spring
that
as
as
well.
a, so, right,
You had it as one.
I know, see that.
Oh.
So, I mean, that now.
I was the one who said put it on a season.
Yes. Okay,
First. It's seated the economical development.
Mhm.
So, that, definitely.
And that's what this trail is.
We went all one time this year.
I.
Yeah.
Yes, I am
So
too.
we have it this year.
Yeah.
I think we should.
What comes out of that? Do you know, normally? I just want to make sure that we don't create a problem.
Oh, love me, love. For sure.
Because one thing you gotta remember. We gotta pay Liga too.
But I looked, it's in the,
Is it in the commissioner's budget?
yeah. I think I will. Economic development contract,
I've got zero.
hang on, I think.
Did they move it?
This was in, county sheriff, county commissioners. The first page,
See that, page 34?
yeah, economic development contracts. It was similar, you know.
Nope, it's zeroed out. So see, we may have to pay that out of seated as well.
Yeah.
Next.
Mhm.
And then we have.
Why didn't, I don't know, this was, they didn't know who they were having.
Even if it would have been for 100,000,
Yes.
you know.
Why didn't you do it?
It's near you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. This amount on it.
Yeah. If we were. Oh, this is.
Okay, so is this amount minus this, right?
That was the total. Minus the gap.
Okay, so you look at monthly. Equal six. I will 6. 760. That's 61. 8 for statute. So that's, we got roughly
Yeah.
685.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that current for balance.
Yeah.
This is not current then. Or this isn't current.
I would say that was still getting taken out, so I would go with
Okay,
that.
go with that. Okay, so go by the total on seated.
Just because we had those corrections.
These are the corrections per SBOA that Kim had to make to seat it. So we actually have 685,000 in there. Because there was stuff yet to come out of the million. So this is your true balance here. So just put that over to the side or in parentheses or. So we may only be able to do one here. Have we made a weekend contract payment this year? I think we have.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about that this year, because it's already been paid. So we'll have to do it next year, which we can do that out of seated because we'll have the funds.
So just wait.
We'll have to do the 87.5 for sure.
Because then they could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have we advertised that 87.5 to come out? No, we don't have to take that out of seated. No, we don't have to. We could do it today, money then. And yes, I think it'll be everything. Let's do that. That makes sense. I love that. Okay, so can I get a motion on the 87.5 for the Greenway project?
I'll make that motion.
We paid out for.
You did-
Seat it. Okay, Todd is making the motion to pay 87.5 to the Greenway project out of Seat It. Can I get a second?
Second.
Jeff Fisher, seconded. Okay, any more discussion before we take a vote?
For your purpose. It came in a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
You got, just so you know.
You guys know how I feel about it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I guess minus, yeah, we've already voted. Yeah.
Right. Right, and we can look at the end of the year. Prior to the end of the year, we can look at that second payment. If we want to go ahead and pay it this year or not. At that time. So, okay, all in favor to pay the Greenway project of $87,500 out of seated? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0.
So
Yes, sir.
you abstain.
Yeah, Jeff abstained. Okay,
685.
685, because out of that million, there were some payments yet to come out. So she got the actual figure. Okay, Lori Jordan's salaries, let's talk about those. Sure.
I don't know if you guys, Tom and I had a discussion on how to do that last time, and I didn't say exactly what I wanted, and if I guys should probably discuss it, like an idea, but I think now might be the time to say what I have in mind, that it was something that we discussed at a board meeting. So we discussed 48,000 for the director's position. We come up with that figure is based on reflecting director's responsibilities and the role that we play within RCS and FSA. It's a crucial role. Thinking about what secretaries are doing, they're expected to earn around 42 in 2026, making the $48,000 salary a fair differential. Looking at the emergency management director, she's the lowest paid director currently on payroll versus at 51,178, and then if she puts in the cost of living, it's gonna bring her around 53,000 in 2026. So therefore, we can get that 48,000, that request still on its expectations for director levels.
So you're thinking 48,000,
Yes.
okay,
Thank you.
alrighty.
What do
We had a little
you
bit
say about
right
next,
now.
what do you say about next year and the year after? Little bump up.
Well, whatever,
I mean,
cost of living, or you know, whatever, it has to be 3% and 3 and it's. Whatever that looks like.
You just like to adjust your 25 requested budget to 48, it's just 42, 828 is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, one should be.
Because you'll no longer be classified as a secretary, you're gonna be classified as a director.
That's already done. That's
Yeah,
already
Right.
approved by- On August, yes.
That still puts on a low end of first director.
Yeah.
Full water.
And I made a Venn diagrams of like how her job, here's mine. It is different, and if she goes.
They're all good.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot more
it's already-
various funds. And yeah, if you want to see about probably would be happy to take that. But I'm also thinking that like moving forward, I also hear conversations about. You don't have a lot of money to go around to do all those things, so.
I appreciate you putting this into your, nothing like.
Right,
thanks.
right. And we're gonna discuss salaries when Dudley gets back from his conference, because he said he would like to be involved in that, so.
And I did give them that.
Yep, yep, perfect, thank you, have a good rest of your evening.
I think I might be.
You're welcome to.
My husband's on it, I am taking care of stray cats. Hold on. An elderly gentleman he got 7 cats to move, so there's like 13 cats in Elmdale on Avenue 6.
Oh,
So every day I go. Get these cats. And they're my husband and cat food, and I said, can you take care of the cats? So,
Are you talking on there or?
oh, no, Elmdale and Alga, and that's what that little, I didn't know until I moved there, that little north end up there on Bethel's Hall.
There is no day on government.
Yeah.
yes, there is.
I'm not going that far today.
I didn't.
Yes.
I was say, you're very generous of your time if you are. Okay, we've got a few, kind of jumping around here, I'm so sorry, it's my. Got a few, bills here, invoices for different things,
That's just the community crossing, they're gonna talk about it later.
right? Community
that-
crossings, grant.
Just to give
Do
you
we
guys an
get through
idea.
this now?
I don't think so, I haven't done any advertising or anything, just to let you guys know what's
Yeah.
coming.
So what's coming is our match, which is. 275, so it's actually 300 and some thousand, isn't it?
So they need that additional, they're asking for additional.
Give it to them here. This is 425 on him. These two
Is
together.
that what she put?
I didn't think it was that much. I thought it was 300 and something. Did you and I? thought that?
Yeah, I thought that.
I thought it was 346, 873. That's not, this isn't correct unless. No, she didn't.
Yeah, I can ask her, cause of what she gave me, so.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Anyway, Milestone's bill for the community crossings match is 346, 873, so that's our match. They budgeted 150. Last year. Because we had to. Once again. Cut their budget last year for the state. So. They are going to need an additional appropriation of. I have 196,873.
So what you're saying, a little 500,000.
Yes,
Obviously. But
Right.
the whole thing. is 1,000,000,
it was 1,500,000.
1,911,58.
So maybe this is right. Let's talk to her and find out.
Yeah, I'll find out for sure tomorrow. Let's see.
Okay, so we're gonna hold off on that because it has to be advertised anyway. There's the Greenway project.
Did you do a deal for Ricketts?
We do have a bill for Ricketts. She's gonna speak with him because we're gonna have another bill as well from them, and then possibly and potentially for the health department building too, so she's gonna see if we can just. He can bill us and we'll pay it all at one time.
Well, I. For the council, I got a call from Jenny. And she'd been in there. And it smelled musty. She was really worried about it. Since we had that encapsulation done. So. I thought maybe I ought to investigate it before I called in and found out she. So I got under there and crawled in the crawl space, and what happened was Ricketts went and hooked up the. Dehumidifier on the east end. Put the line in there, plug ins, the whole 9 yards. So I crawled over to the west end. And they hadn't put anything on that. There was no power to it. They. I guess they probably weren't told there's two. So they just thought they hooked up one and that's it. So they got hooked up two. Power.
So are they coming back?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So
We're gonna have
just an update, and so I went in there. And to be honest with you, I didn't catch the mustiness like Jen did. But I've dealt with gas with the female sex. And their noses are different because I can't smell gas. I have a leak and they can't. So I told Jenny, I said, I don't think it's too bad, and she said, I don't really smell it, so. My hopes are that that's because that you can live on it.
Okay,
And there's been nobody in,
right.
So.
It's been pretty warm out too.
And it's been warm, so I told her to make sure she had air circulating in there, but the big thing was the crawl space was perfect, dry, that's not humid, it was perfect.
Good.
No water, no condensation, so I was really pleased with that, so
Good.
I'm gonna
So
tell
they're gonna come back, put another
Yeah.
plug in, and so we'll get another bill from them anyway.
Okay,
Okay, that makes sense.
you. I think after they get all of the inside done and pretty well finished and we'll.
We have to abandon the HBO. If it helps the park, do that. Those is third. Those,
Yes, I think they
I
can.
know,
okay, that's through the park.
we
Yeah.
hooked,
right. And I know
we
that.
hooked up to the city August 1st, that's what Ethan said.
Oh, we did?
Yep,
Big trench.
August 1st,
August 1st, according to Ethan, we've already hooked up to the city.
yeah,
Sewer and.
everything, city already is with the town of Petersburg, we've already got it set up,
Super.
yep.
Okay, so yes, I think they can, and I talked to Jenny about that abandonment.
Only reason I asked them add you to that land. He would ask the me who was responsible. I said, well, it's in the health department. That's their ground. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that it was hooked up.
I didn't either. I drive by it every day. I hadn't noticed a trench or anything dug, but yeah, I've missed more than that in my life, so yeah.
maybe we need to have them check into, it, make sure.
I don't think it.
I'll talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah. But that's what happened to
Yeah.
me. Got a minute, so.
Nice.
Okay, moving on. You ready to start the budget hearings then?
What's the moving date on that? Still October
October 1.
1.
Mhm,
That's what I thought.
yeah, they're gonna be able to get in and,
But
Start.
the health department's been.
no,
Yeah.
they're gonna have access to the building on October 1.
Okay.
Minor, it's a minor renovation.
That's more of a business thing, for the commission. Figure out who we want to do it.
Okay, let's resume the budget hearings of the Fountain County Council. We're going to start in county general, we're just gonna go down through. Starting with the clerk. One thing I'd like to find out is she took out a part-time person, am I correct in saying that?
Yeah,
Do we know why she
uh,
took the position out?
I would assume because she had that voter registration person added. And so she doesn't need a part-time person, I
Okay.
believe.
That makes
That
sense.
is what I just assumed, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
so, yeah, Becky can do more.
I think she
She
did.
might have told us that.
I think so, but
Yeah, I don't have, well, yeah.
I wrote down on that she was more posted,
Yeah, that was,
what I wrote
mhm.
on my. Because everybody else pretty much was
increasing.
increasing.
Mhm. Well, the only way to increase that is to take away from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That was. And of course, asking for the percentage of raises, which we'll talk about that when we do the salary ordinances and things. Right, okay, moving on to the second page there. Board of Registration. The only increase there was for the deputy, which she did that on her others as well. Okay, third page, County Election Board. Said she was asking for an additional sheriff at the voting centers, may need to if required to have one for each party. And the increase on the contractual services was the voting machine company and the software fees that were increasing. Okay, the Cume Voting Fund. I wrote down and we fund 1143. That's in her Cume Cat fund, isn't it, in the back in the miscellaneous? Thing. And do you know where that's at? No.
Look at it.
Because I have a note here that says 245,000. We'll have to do an additional for it since it wasn't advertised. 1143. The Cume voting systems. Yeah. Well, anyway, That would be Fund 1143. So make that notation. 245,000, this was Cume Voting Fund. Account 1143. She stated she was gonna need another 245,000. We'll have to do an additional for it since it wasn't advertised. Since election year, still. Yeah, Cume Voting Fund. And then she talked,
What's that? used for?
Cume Voting Fund 1143. What normally comes out of there because it has a balance.
Basically, those, we don't. No.
Yeah. 287,000.
Is that for the machines?
Awesome, I think.
Because I think she talked like she's gonna have to have new machines. Anybody else remember that when she was in?
I think, yeah, I think you're right, I think she
I
did.
think it's
I just
new
wrote down
machines.
upgrades. I didn't-
Yes. Yes. Because we didn't have to pay for them the last time. Because they were donated to us, because the county got too many and they did not want them all.
What the one
And we
fifty,
needed them.
150 per machine was or something, for the upgrade. How many machines are there?
Well,
Seems like it was 5.
5 or 6 each place.
Want that. Want that shit, though.
No, I'm not. Thank you.
And then she talked about the surveyor being on the ballot coming up,
Yeah.
so. Hasn't been one since 1972 elected. She did tell us that. Does anybody else have any questions for the clerk's budget? I mean, she's had a lot of reductions in her budget, or stayed the same.
Um, well, Oh,
Which one was it, Denise?
The repair, she went to the job, that jumped up with the. We both heard, she wasn't shooting off.
Okay, so I'll ask for what that's for.
Did you say repair and maintenance?
Yeah,
Was it for the election machine maintenance?
I don't know, Jeff and I both have written down, she wasn't sure why,
Okay.
but she told her.
I'm good. Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yep. Any other questions? I think everything else is pretty straightforward. Let's move on to the auditor. And oh, the decrease in the first deputy pay was,
That's probably.
Yeah.
that was the
yeah.
Colleen, okay. Okay, let's move on to the treasurer. She decreased her part-time. I think she felt like she didn't use them as much as she thought she would.
Open it up to
The
the,
hourly rate, the other line.
Yeah.
And then my one from that.
using the banks has helped a lot too.
Yes,
A lot.
I like your job. finding.
Yes. I agree with that. Everything else looks pretty straightforward. See, she increased her postage to accommodate, so
Or they have, still had a decent balance.
I think you're right.
So, or she budgeted for us, but there happened.
Right. The recorder. Hers is. It's pretty straightforward. No changes in her 1189 perpetuation fund. The coroner.
What we can talk about next meeting. Talk about it about.
I thought so too. The lease rental, I think that's because we paid that off.
Correct.
Yeah.
The van's paid off.
Yep, the van is paid off. And he said it had
10,000.
miles on it. Mhm.
So that was.
Yep, and everything else looks good in there. No changes. Assessor. She decreased her office supplies. On page 8. Page 73 is all over the place, because she came and talked to us about.
So I want to.
Yes, and I'm going to speak to her about this because. She. On the GSI mapping, she indicated she was not gonna fill that position, but she did not want to take it away in case in the event she needed to fill it. If she found out that the workload was more than
Correct.
what she thought,
She
yes,
dropped it to the 45,361, so it's loading,
right,
so now 47,629, 45,361.
right, she was gonna go back to that.
Then the level of previous.
She dropped to. I had it at 2,500
Yes, she dropped it to 25.
from 5,000.
Then
And
I,
then
she's a hazard of that, but
Yeah, she took a data collector out,
put it right back.
but she was gonna leave the other one or the two others.
Yes.
She did increase her. No, she did not increase her postage from previous year. But there again, she may have a good balance yet. There was a little increase to the contractual services, but I think that was due to the fees increasing for that. Okay. Next page, or veteran services. His is pretty straightforward. He wanted to increase the travel mileage to include a tent so he can do community outreach. I think that's a good idea. And he did not want to increase his pay because he said he's still learning the position. So. Okay, for the extension. He has taken that second deputy to a part-time position. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. He did increase his office supplies a little bit and his demonstration supplies. I think that is because they're changing the way their programs are going to be done. They're going to start reaching out to other communities and sharing those that can teach those particular things. So that works out good. All right, any questions on that one? County Council? We increased the attorney just a little bit, $500. And left the joint night meetings alone. Have we used any of that money from previous? This year?
For what?
for the joint night meetings. Okay. The consulting fees we increased because we don't know what's coming. Yes. The building repairs we increased because we know that we're gonna have a situation with the treasure floor. We have a situation with the extension ceiling. We have a situation with. This floor, there was another one,
Treasurer's floor, extension ceiling,
assessor's floor.
uh-huh.
So we know we got some repairs coming up. So we increased that a little bit. Any questions there? Okay, let's move on to the commissioners. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Obviously, there's an increase in social security and longevity. It stays the same. Retirement stays the same. How's that gonna work if there's an increase in that part, Denise?
The sheriff.
Oh, that's right, that's right. It has its own. The safety officer has been moved to circuit court.
Yeah, I don't check that. It's in the books.
Yep, I did too. Solid waste increased a little bit. That's all there is on the page.
Increase, well,
Because they're going with a company that's 5 to 7% less than the current companies. Am I correct in that?
Yeah,
Somewhere around
they've
in
been
there.
talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about it, so. Mhm. Other than that,
Liability insurances. So that's, we think that's gonna go up, right? Liability insurance.
It will definitely be going up.
Increase that.
and we can't change it.
We can't change it, I'm just saying that's something in mind, so that's.
Yeah.
When we issue our accidents.
Is that gonna be enough for the mental health contract? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. He did decrease the equipment and the capital outlay each. Okay, and the reason being is. You know, he doesn't want it to be used for anything and everything. He wants to have to come to us. So it's transparent, so.
My own question on the next page on the end, the amendments. I think
Well-
we leave that in there, but hopefully that would be certainly. Something,
Like, about the phone. Utilities.
those utilities.
Ken, did the SBOA say anything about when we sell that annex, can we move these funds? To the health department, or does it have to go back into county general? Probably has to go back into county general.
I would think back in county general, I mean, I can ask them.
We can ask them at the
Yeah,
next interview.
yeah. So we know.
Yeah. It'd be nice if we can move it to the health department because they're gonna need that. You know. Page 34. I think he kind of left everything alone pretty much, didn't he? He did raise the county attorney just a little bit. Probably because you just don't know. Does anybody know where we stand with the pause and pause contract?
Nope.
I am so frustrated with them.
They're frustrating.
I know the city of Attica is too.
Just for the city, not to ask for a little explanation, or something. like
They
that.
came to a meeting.
I know, have they not anything yet?
Well, no, the last meeting I watched,
I think it was at a standstill.
You guys were contracted to, you know,
Hillsborough,
we were,
Yeah,
we
we
were
were.
contracted.
yeah,
See, when
So
she
they
was,
will-
we had complaints all the time.
but when she was in here, maybe the last time we did the budget. She didn't say Hillsborough was contracted.
I don't think, I'm not sure if they are.
Oh, that. But when you were on.
When I was on, we were.
But no, the attic hasn't got anything solved, from the last meeting I watched.
No, and I watched that same meeting and I believe they said if you have a stray animal. You have to live trap it, call them, make an appointment with them to come and pick it up. Now. I'm hoping they come within 1 to 2 days of live trapping, but. I hope it's not a week or two because.
Yeah.
Actually, just call more than that.
Yeah,
And I do know in the city of Attica, there is a woman that has, out of her own goodness of her heart, spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars for hundreds of pounds of cat food to feed a colony that is out by her house. And then there's another one that has spent a lot of money. And I jokingly said to my brother-in-law, I probably shouldn't have tore the buildings down downtown, because that's probably where they were living. So if each community is paying and the county is paying and they get donations,
Looks like they can expand,
I would think,
with all the money, I'm. Like they're gonna hold. And they don't use it.
no, they are a no-kill shelter.
Where are they located?
On 41, just right south of Portland Arch Road,
Oh,
Yeah.
on the west side. So they have space,
They have space to
expand.
expand. Which even helps about the weekends.
No, it's not. And they have not came to us and asked for more money, have they?
no,
They brought us for, I think, the foundation, so I think it's something that's good for them. They showed us the budget, like, they don't have extra to the same, to the point. They're getting $1 versus there wasn't any extra.
Their breakdown is pretty slim.
The. You know, like, bottom of the fact that it was full. We're still paying them, but they're doing more because. We're not right
Right,
for him,
right.
so.
And they won't euthanize, so that doesn't create any
Something.
space.
Someone really needs to do something. Yes.
So we've got money contracted. Or allotted, I should say, in this budget. And we have this same conversation every year. They do not cover all of Fountain County. And they state they cannot do that because they don't have,
And the double dip kind of that.
yes, and who else? Well, does Hillsborough contract with them, do you
I'm
know?
not sure anyone. I'm not sure.
I don't know if Newtown does either, I don't think they do.
Is there anyone else?
Kingdom doesn't.
And Covington does now, I think, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, well.
not to my knowledge, I thought you're supposed,
But
Covington still does it themselves. I thought,
Don't know either.
but, last breath.
If we leave it in there, then it's for them. Is that something that we want to get moving? And then force some conversation for them to ask for funds?
I don't know either.
I'm not saying that's what should do, but that is left out. So is that one which you would do potentially? That would. Force more conversation between boss and boss and county and to figure out a solution.
Yes, because I agree with what Jeff just said. And has been said before, Attica is paid 40,000, give or take.
taxes are taken out. people.
The city asked the residents to hold the heat. Oh, that's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah,
Thank you, never.
right. They're paying it through their property tax and through the tax that comes out of property tax for the city.
Bring it up.
Yes.
This, something happened. So now we need a budget to those some conversations to be had for us to then vote.
And if we're to the point that they have to live trap and make an appointment, how many people are gonna do that?
How many people have election?
They don't, they have to go buy one.
It'll be a small percentage.
Yeah, you can borrow from them, they have a few. They don't have very many, but
As long as someone has to be. Whoever runs it was, we didn't put this work, she tried this, and that she had. The authority to.
right,
You know, with the last.
she read off the paper that's given to her, sure. So keep that in the backs of your minds and we'll, maybe we need to have her. Have the director come in. I don't want a worker, I don't want somebody that's in the office, I want the actual director to come in here and explain. What their services are that they offer to our county. That warrants this money.
I think that's legit.
Okay,
That doesn't happen, so it's.
right, yes, I agree.
Trash, just gonna take them there, they bring it back and reuse them.
That's
You gotta
interesting.
do.
They do. Maybe I'll learn some.
Oh, yeah.
Seems expensive.
I know it's a big problem for the state of Advocates too.
After the release, their years and then. Out where.
So they know which one is being.
Yeah, but then they know that it's faded.
Right.
It's dire, not.
But somebody still has to feed them. Anything else on page 34? Let's move to page 35, that's just your totals. Moving on to the planning commission, this is all over the place as well. So they don't have an amendment of records. Is his intent is to get someone? That you know,
They would be placed in the assessment office,
Yeah,
but it would be paid out of this budget, not the assessors.
right? Okay. He did increase his meeting budget and his postage. His consulting fees. And I think he increased that because, as we move along with all of these projects that are possibly being slated for Fountain County. They're going to need people that they can converse with to give them information, answer questions. I'm not sure why there's an increase in printing and advertising. Are they gonna send out notifications? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So how many are currently sitting on the APC? I have listed 5. But can go as much as 9. 2, 3, 4. I'm only counting 4. That's what I know. Because they can't get a Democrat candidate. Is what I've heard.
Jim and Mike.
Oh,
KW.
yeah, six,
And John,
There's six.
yeah.
there's 6 now.
After,
There's
I was
six.
thinking,
Like, Jessica,
That's right.
Jen,
Yes.
KW, Schrock. And, Mike, and Brian.
Okay, 6.
I wasn't thinking. Okay.
But you didn't, did you include Moss River?
Dane,
Did you include?
Oh, dang.
so that's 7.
Oh,
That's
yes.
7. Thank you, Tina. Okay. Any questions in regards to the planning commission?
Oh, yeah, so I was watching the BCA meeting. And we had, Jessica had the attorney on, the BCA kept paying for that attorney. In the BCA meeting,
Okay,
how's
I
that?
have it down here. Here's my notes. Okay.
What?
The BZA would like to have their own budget, but here's the problem. No budget form was filled out for 26. And we cannot add anything. We can take away, but we can't add. So she or he, whoever's gonna be in charge of the BZA next year, is going to have to fill out a budget form. So they can go through the budget process for 27. Because I know the current chair would like to have her people get paid, which I totally understand that. And she would like to have an attorney. It could be the same one as the APC, it could be somebody else of their choosing. And so any bills that come in currently for the BZA is gonna have to go through the APC, is that correct? For conversation with state?
Says this.
But I don't get why. The BZA meets, APC meets. There's. I conflict of. How things are working in this county
Yes.
with that. In APC, I was thinking the APC. Took care of the, I mean, I do realize you gotta have a BZA when you. When you. Yeah.
Special exceptions, or things like that.
It-
But something has to warrant an appeal, and there's rules why, what that something is.
That's what.
And I think there's. And I think they're working on it, but I think there was a misconception what that was. And I think things happened prematurely that probably shouldn't have taken place.
I think that the commissioners need to have a session, it's only. BCA committee before we will decide. That's what.
Right.
That's not for us, I mean, they, that's their job to set it. How they want it.
And there's a right.
And decide to budget.
Right. And then there's a misconception that they can just come to us, ask for a budget at any time because. They believe that that's the way the statute is written. Well, it doesn't work that way. Right, it doesn't work that way. There is a process that each department has to go through to get a budget. And it was a timing thing for them this time. Yes,
But she's sitting there using the attorney and John's using the attorney, it's gonna use up all her.
okay, so I expressed, because John talked to me about it, and I told John, I said. They need to put together several things they want the attorney to look at. And submit them to the attorney at one time, don't piecemeal it out, because that just. It creates more work for everybody and it creates more bills. I'm not telling them how to do their job, I'm just saying,
from your standpoint.
There's not money there, right?
There's, right, and so we have to be, and I'm not saying that things don't need to be done, because they clearly need to be done. But let's be smart about how we're doing it. From the financial side of things. Okay, let's move on. We're not gonna discuss the ambulance, we'll do that when Dudley is back with us. Emergency management.
One thing I wrote down there, the generator should be in maintenance. Why not about that?
Because she talked about
Yeah.
combining it, did you?
So Joe took care of the generator because he said nothing. So I took over it, since I was here back then, I said, it needs to be in one budget, whether it's in mine or whether it's in there. Because we're piecing all this and bringing different monies.
So when it got taken out of yours, did it get put in the other one?
I just did it. I just am getting the time to move, but that's what you do.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do too. Kind of streamlines it.
Well, I mean, cause I don't need $1,900, that isn't, I mean, it pays for some fuel, it doesn't pay for the.
Yeah, because we had to do it half and half. It was,
It's crazy.
yeah, so that was a smart
Yeah.
idea.
And I will tell you, I just asked for his downstairs, he does these the other days, you know. So they have an attorney, but they used to send them. So I was,
Okay,
I was,
okay,
anyway.
I didn't,
Thank you.
I didn't do it.
the ACC,
Warren County has an attorney for the BCA, but they use the same attorney for the BCA and ABC.
I think that's what they're doing here too.
All right,
Okay, LEPC, next page, 49. Looks pretty clear cut there.
the board member should get more time. I said, I think your LAPC board member should get one money.
Oh, you do?
Are you on that? Aren't you on that?
You're trying to pad your retirement, aren't you? Soil and water. Pretty straightforward there, Miss Jordan.
Thank you. It'll keep-
All right, let's go back to the miscellaneous section. We're gonna run through those and take a look at those too. County drug-free community, why are they getting cut? They don't get that grant anymore, do they? Yeah, okay. You guys know what that's all about, don't you? The drug-free community, they do it like the Red Ribbon League and education, things like that.
Who buys them?
Stephanie down.
Yeah, Stephanie down, says it. Let's look at 1114 lit special purpose. Yep. So that capital outlay can only be used on the jail. Eleven 34 cover bridge. No change there. 1138 Kim Cap County Auditor. Mhm. One thing, hey, one thing, it's probably gonna happen this year, isn't it,
Yeah.
on those servers?
Yep.
Okay, Kim, I'll let you explain.
Brad was able to find us, I believe it's 3 servers that we need. And he found it like 35,000, 38,000 instead of almost 50,000. So, and we're gonna have to have them. So just
It's been 7 years.
a heads up, it's coming. Yeah, and he said he'd come in and talk if we needed him to explain anything.
Kim Cap County Sheriff. Automobiles are back in because automobiles came out last year or for this year.
One. The other two.
Yep. Cause we bought, was it the end of 24 that we were able to do that? It came early. We would have done it in 25, but they came early, fall of 24. We're in the same situation again. They have the opportunity to replace 3 of the oldest ones. Here in this fall, so he's going to come and talk to. I believe the commissioners next week. And then us the following. So keep that in mind. All right, Camp Cap County Commissioners. Do not ask me why he lowered commuter maintenance. I can't even talk. Computer maintenance, I don't know. I can ask him. Does anybody else have any notes on that?
No, I don't.
We never talked to him, did we?
The typo,
I don't think that's a typo.
I said we can move somewhere else.
Right, I'll ask him about that. And he may not remember why either. Been a while. Okay, moving on to QCAP courthouse. Okay, Kim, we need to talk about Luke. And his position. So I have notes. So Luke, Mr. Askren is part-time as needed. He was the full-time person. Moved Luke, who was the part-time person, into that position. So he is now full-time. Do we need a janitorial assistant?
Well, that's what,
Are we paying?
that's what Luke's. Part-time position was the janitor. The part-time was just like. Somebody who came and raked leaves a couple times and stuff.
Okay,
Should the custodian and the janitor.
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
Yes. And we can talk about this during salary times, but what I was thinking, what the note that I made is. Could you take that janitorial assistant? Kind of split that figure apart. And add a little bit to the part-time. Because I don't think that's gonna be enough.
yeah,
And maybe make that 5,000 instead of 2,000. And then you can put the remainder into that custodial position. Yeah, whatever his salary is, and then leave the remainder in a janitorial, just in case.
also just because we're talking about it, the bathrooms after Apple Fest were disgusting. And I felt really bad for them, like, they were horrible, and it was bad. I think they should have.
Well, why don't they use for?
I don't know, I just felt really bad for him, like, it was awful. I mean, there was stuff on the walls and everything, that's ridiculous.
I've always said, I always thought it was a liability hazard.
Absolutely,
I've always said that. It's not that I don't wanna be helpful.
no, but that's, I mean, then,
okay, so you go.
I thought there was two bathrooms to take care of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was, yeah, I think.
They were obviously discussing. They did that for me, but.
No,
Neither one.
So-
no, neither one of those positions are full-time. Oh, you meant for Luke, right? Because neither one of those.
I
are
probably
full-
said.
Yeah, neither one of those are full-time, but yeah, they would
Those are
know.
nice.
But yeah, those bathrooms, I felt so bad for him this morning.
Yes, that's what Jeff just said too.
Yeah, that, yeah,
Okay, so, increase in supplies.
Yeah.
Kind of gonna need that, everything else looks good. Any other questions on that one? Kim Cap Jail, page 45.
Yeah.
Nothing there. That seems pretty, isn't it, $8,000? Of course, we've got the lid, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Kim Cap landfill, pretty straightforward. Yep.
How's the mower working?
How's the mower?
And I used it today and it's working good. I've got a few problems. The last guy spent the month out. Works
Perfect.
good.
Good,
Still don't get sniffles.
good. Page 47, Kim Cap Parks and Recs. Who mows that down there? Do we know? It was T-Garden, I don't know if it's still.
Randy, no, what's Randy? Yeah.
But.
That's Kathy, that's a city.
You think the Simmons from the city does it?
Bob Gates used to do it.
I don't think-
Why not?
Gates used to do it.
Bob Gates used to do it, so I learned this.
Is that how I looked at it again? I'm gonna have to go check it out. Okay, Riverboat County Sheriff, so this is. Another one where the vehicles come out of.
I think the total of the two, there's something not for like 2 vehicles, but then you have the trade in.
And he said they do,
Not about half to where that kind of.
Right.
I think so.
right, that's how it was before.
Yeah.
Mhm. Correct,
Wherever he was going, he had 4. He could buy 52.
They said, that was a Chevrolet at Fort Wayne, about his house. Don't know.
yeah, they're looking at 3, he said the 3 that they would be trading in has over 100,000 on them. But felt like he could get a good value out of them still. So just keep that in mind. Riverboat County Commissioners, this is our air ambulance service, so. I'm assuming that'll be enough. Cause it's based off the population, so. And anybody that hasn't gotten their card yet, please do so. There's a phone number on the back, you'll call that to register your. Little ID number. County Farm County Commissioners, this is the 3rd place, but he has decreased equipment in that one for some reason. And capital outlay, did he move that somewhere else? I didn't see that he did, but may have. And there's any money,
400.
so.
Be careful. Everybody wants to do
Okay,
it.
coronavirus. The ARP fund. Why is there $200,000 difference? I have no idea. Does anybody remember how much we voted to use of this for the highway building?
Is that just what's left? That what there's.
No, last year was 1,387,000. This year, we have 1,591,000. How did we get $200,000? Where did it come from? I don't know. Is there interest collected on them? My only concern is we allocated the remaining funds and there was a figure amount for. Because we had to do it for the federal government, or we were gonna lose that money, and we allocated to the highway building. The remaining amount, now all of a sudden we have another $200,000,
Seemed like it was 1.4, 1.3,
that's what I was thinking.
2 no problem.
without going back and viewing all videos that are not in order on YouTube by date.
We still have 220, maybe 14,000 to go to, we can do
Yes,
the instant call for them to
yes,
take.
they have to send bills,
And it's to finish up the outside.
yes. Which Kim reported on that last meeting.
Yeah. So I think it was or something like that.
1.37, something. It might be this 1387.
Oh, I know, but we. Balance of amount received, with 1,598,000 for that, this last one.
How much?
1,500,000.
To which, does that take out the Winnie building money?
It has to, we could go and it has to go. That's.
I think tuition, 1.5.
0.56.
1379 is the difference between the 158 that you have minus the 2.
Says in the town of restaurants.
That was my question, why there was this $200,000 and where did it come from?
That's the last guidance.
So this 234. Is that for the building?
Yeah,
So really, that should have been 214 or 219.
I have it's down on my truck, I have the last one into it, but Shirley made, and I think that's about right, 215 to 14.
Somewhere in there, but they didn't allocate that. So,
Well, still pay that.
yes, right,
It's just.
right. Could, I know that Hillsborough didn't use all their funds, but it wouldn't have been $200,000 for it, would it?
I don't think so.
Because they, we allotted, they turned in bills and then they didn't use it all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was,
In the last week of payment and then the building. But we just have to make sure what we allocated in that resolution is exactly what gets allocated. We can't spend under. Okay, I think that's it for that. We can do the prosecutor. Circuit court will leave with Dudley, prosecutor we can do. This is pretty straightforward, if I remember right. I didn't have any notes, so. Okay, looking at the prosecutor, page 9. I don't have any questions. Does anyone else have any questions, concerns, comments? Page 27. Title 4D. I'm sorry, Denise.
She don't think so.
Okay.
And we're just gonna cover some more while we got the time. I don't see anything there. They did add in some seminars and conferences a little bit, but not much. Page 64, looks like no change. In this pre-trial diversion. Page 65. This is where all of their retirement social security and a little bit of salary there, nothing changed. Page 74. Looks pretty much the same. Any questions on the prosecutor? Do you want to talk about the highway department? You taking that? We're going to. Page 38, Hume Bridge. Gravel, all that stayed the same. I had consulting fees moved from contractual services to here. Will it get taken out?
I think it's.
Because if you look on page 53, there's still some in contractual services there as well. I think that went up, wasn't that new bridge inspection deal that they're doing?
Said it's the charts, fire that it's. Canvas and stuff, fleet management, community crossing, contractual services, SI, all that stuff.
And it would say too,
Finish road.
all the bridges
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
That's
USI.
that, yeah, that's that. USD.
for that to be. So that's probably.
Some of that would go to the 25,000. Contractual services, I don't know.
He gets some of that back in. I think he gets all of that back,
So.
We just have to pay it, then it comes back.
This year,
right?
but it looks like.
Maybe
it's
he's
not
put it
there.
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're right.
yeah, I don't know.
On that bridge inspection at the bottom of page 38. That increased because I had something written down here, it says cycle to federal, what did, oh,
We're in a new cycle.
yeah, we're in a new cycle, yeah,
Yes, we are.
yep. That's why it increased. I'm just gonna tell you. Be ready because
That's right.
they may come back and say, we have to cut this highway budget. They do it every year, it's just a matter of how much. 1 year it was $800,000, that was not fun. Trying to figure out where to cut.
I mean, it's got a lot of. It's got some money, you know,
And
some of this stuff is pretty good, isn't it? Well,
And if we have to cut, he's always good about coming in and working with us and us working with him, so.
Also requesting 2 more full-time people.
That's not in the budget.
No, it's not.
got.
You gotta get this time.
I don't know.
That's all, that's what.
Yeah,
So like, the bridge filling, I'm looking at and. NVH, county restricted.
and that county restricted and unrestricted can only be used for certain things.
MBH County Highway, but again. That's why I look at it, you're right, they may say, hey,
Yeah, they look at what you got and then they look at what you're asking for. Sure. Page 53. Local road and streets.
well, equipment, I put down, yeah, if you want a finished roll.
Right.
I got to.
Hey, am I not saying that we shouldn't use those? What do they call them? I call them drags, but they call them something else, maintainers. I'm not, am I saying that maybe we should use the maintainers over a? Yeah. Just went right out of my head. Grader? Probably. Probably should use a maintainer more than we use a grader, but you can't have that grader sitting there at the cost that it takes to have one of those either.
Maintainer just pull behind, right?
Yeah, they've got the tractor and they've got the maintainer to do it with, he just doesn't have the personnel to do it with. Nor mow the roadsides or trim the trees back. And it's only gonna get tougher. Yes, so. Otherwise, I don't see anything there. Contractual services obviously increased because we're doing, it's that. We're in that cycle, so. Page 56, MBH. Road preservation, that ain't free. Oh, is that for the community crossings match?
Road preservation is now.
I wrote down
Okay.
community crossings.
It's right there, county match. I see it now. See, we had 150 in there last year and we had to cut. We cut that down. So he's requesting it back. For his budget instead of coming out of the county general. Page 60, MBH County Highway.
Any questions at hand and runs truck? What we can get it.
A small one, wasn't it? It wasn't like a big one. If I remember right.
Yeah, it's just a hand, it's not.
It's not a, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything else is. Very little change. Page 61, MVH County Highway Maintenance and Repair. Looks like we had a lease drop off. More than one. Looks like 4.
Yep.
Hallelujah. Grader blades. Okay, page 62, county highway, general and undistributed. I don't know either. And then we has to ask him. How much gas and oil has he used out of 1176? Just use it. Well, that was 50 increase.
Gas and oil.
Yeah. 350.
What's the price of gas gonna be here?
I can't speculate.
Depends, are we going to war? Cause usually it'll go
Can't
down.
speculate that. It's trending up.
Gas and oil,
It's trending up right now.
240,000,
See,
That's all he's used. so far.
yeah,
He's only used
so he has
240.
69,
that's pretty good.
69,000 left,
He has 69,000 left over. He's only used 240.
40,
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I think if we have to cut his budget, I think we bring him in to talk about it. Make a notation there.
Out here. That's,
That's a lot.
I mean. Not that they'll-
Do you want to cut that gas and oil and have increase?
If you're going to have. Talk.
I think we should have a conversation. We always do. And that could be the same for the repair and maintenance.
No.
Okay. It's like 7.
Four. Four wheels to the open.
We did. Well, you know. So, should we do the health department? Two things here. We should wait on this. Okay. That's the questions here. So, oh, one thing I asked, Kim. So yesterday I got on the county website because I was looking for the minutes and for the agenda to the approval that we made for the Greenway project. I could not find minutes for the council. The council minutes had a date for 25, but it was 2024. I went through the search thing and. So anyway, that brought me to a thought. Since everybody that operates this equipment doesn't know how to operate this equipment for every meeting. I think that Brad should have. The BZA, the APC chairmans. The council and the commissioner people. And they should all come in and be educated by Brad on how to work this to get it to start reporting. Because I've been at BZA meetings and APC meetings and they've asked me to do it. And I don't even know how to do it. I think if he can educate them on how to start the recording. And stop the recording. I think it should be done. Because that's been a complaint from the community that they can't see the video, they can't hear the video. And we've kind of corrected that hopefully with the new cameras and the sound here. And so I think the next step is to have Brad come in and educate everybody that would operate that. So then talking to Kim this week, because we had SBOA, State Board of Accounts come in and do the yearly audit. It's something that has to be done every year, and we have a federal audit every year because we accepted the ARPA funds, which are federal funds, so we have to have this audit from the federal, on the federal level. One thing that SBOA has always said we should do, we should have internal controls to mitigate any type of fraud risk or stop anything from happening. I told Kim, and I'm gonna talk to Aaron about it, is I think any employee in this building or in this county that handles money needs to watch the fraud risk video. So they are aware of it. That's one way that SBOA said we can have internal controls. So I said, talk to our HR lady, Lisa, and come up with like 4 Fridays that people can sign up, time slots that they can view the video, they sign off that they viewed it. Lisa will sign off that they viewed it, and we can have an internal control that way. I don't know how you guys feel about it. What do you think?
Absolutely.
You just said it happened in Frankfurt. I mean,
I know,
pretty regular.
I know,
Fraud, it's really positive.
right?
It's getting worse. Anything that could be done to get this house. For a company can be the better person.
So then that brings me to my next question is. Do you feel like every employee in this county that is hired by the county should watch that at some point? Because what if they see somebody doing something? But they're not sure what to do.
From my standpoint, yes, because that, they only need one in. So if they get any employee to respond to an email, to click on a link, then they're in your system. It doesn't have to be someone that, you know.
Here doing something, it could
They
be,
deals with money. If it's me and I don't deal with money, but they got into my computer that's tied into the network, it opens you up. So
Absolutely.
okay,
I've seen too many different ways that they've got independence from. You know, things I have to watch through the bank that it's
Right.
here, so any amount of knowledge that it can. You know, be.
okay.
Well, water adopted that. Policy, so we adopted, we made a motion to adopt it at the beginning of the year, and then we watched the videos. Every year, then we have our newspaper on the state accounts, which is any of the older state. They sign on. We watch it together.
So the commissioners agree they want to do that, and we'll have to adopt a resolution that states. That adoption would have to probably be both of us, since we are the ones that control the funds. And they're the ones that are the managers of the employees, that would have to come from both of us.
Did you get an email from the state? Where we need to get what's right, what's wrong?
Yes,
You done.
yeah, fraud risk,
Said that.
fraud risk question.
I don't have it.
I have it,
Okay.
you know,
He just sent it to random,
random.
not everyone got it,
Yeah.
just random.
So,
Very careful about that.
Yeah, I didn't
Ron
get it.
Tiger is his name.
Ron
Sasha for that. His name.
I got. First sixty, so.
So those were two of my points that I wanted to make. So,
Oh, nice.
does anybody else have anything else? That you can think of? Ken, do you have anything else?
Not that I can think of.
On the community crossings,
I'll find out from Bobby
We'll have to-
tomorrow.
yeah, on the community
I'll let you
crossings,
know.
we'll have to get an actual figure from Bonnie. And then we'll have to do an additional appropriation for the remainder after the 150,000 out of the highway department. We'll do an additional appropriation for the remainder amount. And we have to do that because it was taken out of the budget last year. So, let's recess for 10 minutes. We'll do some signatures. Signs.
So, here's.
Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, can I get a motion to recess? Oh, no, I don't do that, do I? No, we're gonna recess the budget hearing until October 7th. At 5:30. 2025.
All right, we'll call order the joint September 29th meeting from us in the council. Good. All right, can I get a motion to review the treasurer's monthly report?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
On the 2-0. As far as I know, Jenny, you're the only department head that we're going to talk to and community meeting that. Okay, so we're gonna skip department heads and move right to health department. Lanham's Heating and Services coming in and $51,335 needed.
This is
Oh, you're good.
I didn't do.
You want to manage it.
Yeah,
We should have the inside, look at our date of start. Sorry. I didn't even,
no, it just says payments due at startup and stuff.
Tradecraft and the second one, that's $110,025.
What was the name of the first one?
Lanham's.
Lanham.
Lanham.
Dates. Same job. $110,075. Donovan Construction is the third. We're at $58,312.50. All the time about.
This is for the privacy rooms,
This is major room.
all the stuff we discussed before.
Everything discussed. Yeah. Shower. Paint. Looks like a break. It's about.
My input on these Donovan's a little bit more, but they're right on the room. Right there. Go soon, ready to go. I'm good with Don.
You want to make a motion to approve?
Well, I take it under advisement if you went to the next commissioner meeting on Monday.
Yeah.
It's gotta be awarded to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, and we need to digest each of the quotes.
Yep.
Would be my advice.
Yep.
All right.
So we will make a motion to take that
Give it
under
a consideration.
consideration and advisement for our next meeting next Monday.
Okay. I will second your motion.
October 6th. Yep.
upside down. All right.
Second.
All in favor? We'll move on to the highway. Garage, committee has agreed to go with BW Construction. They were the other ones that put in for the RFP. So, the next step would be to go into the, scoping aspect of it, which is capped at, 250,000. To be scoped, so that's all the work. They will come back with us. With the sign and everything, this allows them to start planning essentially. Can I get a motion to approve? Commissioners to go into a scope of contract with BW.
I'll make a motion to enter the scoping contract for the county highway building with BW Construction.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Don't leave your name.
Do we have to do anything in reference to that?
No, not to my knowledge, not at this
It
point.
is capped at 250 for design. You'll fix out. If we go with construction after we get done with scoping, if they come at us with a number, we get to argue with them essentially and agree on a total price and what we're going with. We all agree, we will then enter into a BOT contract and things will start making sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam, do you have anything?
No, I think you said, well, scoping agreement will get everybody on the same page with what's gonna be built to get to a minimum scope with a maximum price. So that way, then that's how the contract can present, so you said it well.
Okay, but now we move on to the next one. Keep up, Ken. Here we go. First motion, I need a motion to remove Jessica Anderson from the BZA and the UPC immediately. Cause being, outright refusal to listen to legal advice and follow the law. She will have. She wants to feel she can, so,
The statute requires you to send her a letter, so I think,
yes.
yeah, you'd be more or less moving to send her the
We
letter.
will motion to send her or the written notice. Come on. Can I get that motion?
I'll make a motion to send Jessica, remove a letter from the BZA and the APC effective as soon as the letter is sent.
I second that on favor.
Aye.
Aye. Sheila. All right, we're gonna move on to, we need to give a 30-day notice to Roger Azar in his contract with the county as county engineer. Can I get a motion? To give him a 30-day notice.
Ethan had written notice, written 30-day notice.
No.
For his contract.
Yeah, his contract says either party can cancel for cause or you can terminate it by providing 30-day advance written notice. So you're more or less saying, hey, provide the 30-day advance written notice that as of this date. Oh, wow, we're actually gonna come up pretty close to being even. Yeah, it'll be like November 1st. It's 30 days.
Can I get a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to send Rogers 30-day notice.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next motion, I need the zoning administrator, termination of Roger Azar as the zoning administrator. He'll make at-will position and is effective immediately.
I will make the motion to terminate Roger as zoning administrator effective immediately.
Second, favor?
Aye.
And then. Sorry. Last motion here is I need a motion to approve John Schrock as zoning administrator with the attached contract.
I'll make a motion to approve John zoning administrator on the per contract on a temporary basis. As needed till
Meeting.
effective immediately. Yep.
We'll second that in favor.
Aye.
Aye. John, You're up. Got anything?
I've been working on, necessary things is, soon as possible.
I have nothing for
John, do you have anything for current projects? As far as in your official capacity, done administrator?
I'll be submitting to the, attorney to look over. Qualification dismissal of conditional or permanent application pursuant to Fountain County ordinances. Your application submitted October 28, 2024 is hereby dismissed. The conditional permit issued on December 27, 2024 is hereby nullified. This action is effective immediately. Addressed to Mr. Wayne Long, Mr. Wayne Long, Senior Director of Development, Janet Solar, the 5.5 South 38th Street, Suite 2E.
it. Sure.
Certified.
You have anything else, John?
Not at this.
Okay. Due to, public comment, then I'm gonna take off the agenda for tonight due to, threats of litigation. We're gonna leave it at that. Gonna move on. You guys have anything else?
Do you have any questions for the commissioners?
Just the ones you asked him about budget. You answered those. So.
Yeah.
Good budget.
Question he asked about the budget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. I need a motion to close.
I'll make a motion to close.
Second, favor.
Aye.
Can I get a motion to close the council? meeting?
Well-
Oh, we never opened. That's right. We recessed.
Thank you everyone for allowing me to come in at a late time.
Yes.
Much appreciated. I meant to say that at the beginning of the meeting, but so.
Kim, thank you. Thank you both.
Yes. Thank everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Such a late time.
Thank you, everybody.
Camera.
Yes.
Camera, we'll be off camera.
No, you're right.
Hey, who takes things?